So as promised, this is hopefully going to work out well. I've got a couple things set up to get this up and running. But the TwisterOS itself on a Raspberry Pi. I've got my Raspberry Pi, I've put TwisterOS on an SD card on it, and hopefully I should be able to have it running. So let me double check that my thing is working properly. Video capture. And then we are going to boot this sucker up. Hopefully it'll show up. It did. Oh my goodness. So we need to transform to... Nope, not that one. Transform. Fit to screen. Haha. Okay. So I've got my HDMI splitter in here. And maybe the audio came over just fine. Let me... Properties... Cam link. Okay. So now, TwisterOS has a couple things to it. It does have Discord pre-installed, so if we go through here, we've got our accessories, we've got an app image launcher, bookshelf, a few other things, Commander Pi, menu editor, so on and so forth. It's basically Raspberry Pi OS, and it's just a fork of it with a bunch of other things installed. These are the game stuff that come pre-installed on it. So we've got DOSBox, RetroPie, Steam, because it's using Box86. If we go into our internet, we're going to open up Chromium. So it uses Chromium here because it's what's available, but it doesn't run Chrome OS. So if we go to our About page here, we can see Box86, so let's go and make sure that our games system, where did it go? Settings, it's in here somewhere. Multimedia Office, it does have LibreOffice since pre-installed. It's a Pi after all. System restore Box86 or update Box86. That's the one we want. So we run this, make sure Box86 is set up. While it's working on that, we can go and look at a couple other things. So it does come with Lutris pre-installed. Oh, Endless Sky is one that I installed myself otherwise. So there is that. So if we open up PhotoGimp, I believe this is like a Photoshop fork of GIMP. Yeah. And doing all these things. My Raspberry Pi is a 2 GB model. I don't know if you can tell from the sidebar there. We're maxing out the CPU pretty well. Yeah, this is pretty nifty. Okay, might have to look into this, but it is very, very laggy right now, but that'll be fine. Let's see. Image mode. File. Nothing new. So yeah, modified GIMP. Our games. CS2D is one that I've tried to install in my system and haven't quite gotten working. It's like Counter-Strike, but let me mute the desktop audio from the computer itself here. So let's go into our options. Let's change. You can tell what they were inspired by. Let's see. Graphics. Okay. Make it a wee bit bigger. And yeah, you can set your own stuff up on it. It is quite a bit different than when I first started messing around with it, but it's pretty nifty. Okay. I'm not going to show any in-game stuff. Let's see. RetroPie does come like pre-installed on it. So if you want to run a RetroPie setup, that is another option. TwisterOS web apps. So this one's interesting because it has a bunch of web apps that you can run with it. So you've got your devolution, entanglement, some basic Chrome apps that came with early Chromium or Google Chrome. You've got a few multimedia ones. This is where your video streaming and so on services. So it has the DRM stuff to let you run all of your other stuff. So let's see, you can run Netflix, you can, I believe, Hulu. Thought Amazon was in here somewhere, but anyway. Let's see, your various social media stuff if you're into that thing. Your TikToks and all that. Your Gmails. I'm trying to get this to finish up so I can show Steam running, but anyway. Just going to pause it for a second. Okay, so it appears Box 86 has finished updating. So we should be able to go. We do have a patcher. Should be able to go and open Steam, hopefully. Yeah, it looks like it's going to work. I'm pretty sure I already logged into Steam, so that shouldn't be a problem. But as you know, Steam isn't exactly an ARM application. So once we go in here, reconfiguring Steam runtime, update, download complete. It's going to do its thing. It's going to do the Steam thing. You can see it running right in here. We've got our network manager applet, Blue Man. Let's see, that's power. Yeah. It's going to extract eventually. So I have logged into Discord. I'm not going to pop that open right now. What else have I done? DOSBox comes on here. So if you're looking for a good retro gaming PC setup, TwisterOS does come with a lot of the stuff to do that for you. RetroPie, obviously. We'll open up Commander Pi real quick. So this is kind of lets you do a lot of tuning and overclocking. So if you have your Pi in a case that has like a fan and heat sinks or whatever in it for cooling, you can use it to actually overclock. Use Commander Pi to overclock your Pi, and yeah, okay. And then from there, if you've got the proper cooling system, it shouldn't be as much of a problem. Let's see, you've got add-on tools. You can switch the kernel to different ones. GPU tools. So set the memory, graphics and stuff. Let's see our network. Bootloader. CPU details. So you can command a lot of things in here from, yeah. looks like it uses tkinter for the UI. So that's pretty cool. Steam's taking a bit. Okay, so since this is working out so well, here's what I've got going instead. So Steam, not quite working as well as I would hope it would. It does look like it runs the Minilist. So yeah, we're gonna kill that process. Gonna see it go away. Gonna kill that one. Watch it go away. Eventually. So we've got C Steam controller that shows up for some reason. But I have downloaded Ship of Arcanian, which I have shown off previously. We're going to open up here. We're going to copy that here. We're going to go back here. We're going to paste that here. Okay. Then I'm going to unmounterate all that. Going to nab a standard controller. Just to be safe. Gonna plug that boy in and try not to bump my stuff too much. So what we're gonna do is run the app image, hopefully. Exec format error. Maybe. Let me see. Okay, I've never messed with Box86 before. So we're gonna... Okay, cool. That is very... I downloaded it straight from here. What the heck, buddy? That is just sad. But what I can do here is I can take it, I can go possibly to games. Can open up RetroPie. And what this will do is it'll set us up in Emulation Station. Oh wait, I want... That's A, up, down, left, right. Start, select, A, B, X, Y, L, R, L, R. And then hotkey enable. Okay. Okay, we still got stuff there. Okay, I haven't fully set up anything in here, so can go into splash screens. So it's got a lot of things for it. So if you want your own retro PC setup, this is one way to do it. Let me go through. Okay, we're gonna go back. Menu, we can quit now. Quit Emulation Station, yes. So one last thing I wanted to show off is one that I showed off with, TwisterUI on, yeah, that video. And so it lets you change your theme. So yeah, it has all the same stuff as it, but they have Twister 95, which is a really cool theme, in my opinion. So we can hit enter. It'll reboot us out. And because TwisterOS has control over everything, it's going to change the boot screen. We've got all of our stuff, and like this makes me really happy to see this. So if we go, we can go into changing the theme. Otherwise, you can see we've got all the classic stuff. We can go into, let's do Twister 10 Dark. It's going to change up everything for us, make it look like that other OS. Which didn't have a startup sound, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're gonna, can see the menu. It uses XFCE menu, but anyway. Recently, so I can go into settings, office, system. Let's see. Yeah. So we can, actually, let's go back to all. Reinstall your previous backup. Okay. Well, we're going to go do one more. And I think this one's a really cool one. It's a Twister XP theme. Get that Windows XP aesthetic going on. So if you want to get your retro setup going on, TwisterOS is a good way to do it. And a lot of people use a Raspberry Pi as their retro gaming PC setup, basically. But with the power of Box 86 and actually getting it working when you figure it out, you've got a lot of options that you can mess around with. So let's see. Steam, no. Settings, appearance. So I can go into the appearance thing here, and it's the XFCE appearance theming and all that. So it'll change everything for you by script and whatnot. Internet, no. Office, no. Let's look at our app image launcher real quick. Let us actually go back. We're going to open that up. We're going to go to our downloads. Doesn't seem like it wants to work with me, so with that, I think that's about all I can do with it. So yeah, TwisterOS is a pretty nifty one. It's got a lot of cool things in it. Got your Windows XP if you really missed that time period, or anything else really, including your Mac OS. So you can feel at home with whatever OS you happen to feel nostalgia for. If you liked the content, if you enjoyed it, if you think I deserve it, like, comment, subscribe, leave any criticisms you have or what have you. I appreciate it. Feed that algorithm, like I said, and I will see you guys in the next one.